Hi, I'm Katie Black, and welcome to my project proposal for the Challenge by Design project. My project is based on my own 6th grade's curriculum, Weather and Climate, with the essential question, how can data provide evidence for how the motions and complex interactions of air masses result in changes in weather conditions? This project will challenge students to find out what causes sudden changes in weather conditions. Living in northern Missouri, my students are very familiar with sudden severe weather. This varies from an unexpected thunderstorm or tornado in the spring to waking up with surprising amounts of ice and snow on the ground in winter. Students will be given articles from newspapers and magazines about weather in our area. They will be given the opportunity to view old and current news reports. Knowing where I want my students to end up and what I want them to learn from this project, I know it will be very important to provide the students with specific articles and reports that are based around weather conditions and not so much the impacts that severe weather has on people. After reading and viewing the information on weather, students will work in small groups to generate their own questions and determine a high-impact question on which to focus. Technology will be an important resource for students throughout this project. They will have the use of their Chromebooks to do research, to keep track of their data, to record videos, and to journal or blog about their progress. These options for student exploration help the content of this project become more relatable for the students. They will hopefully discover information regarding weather in their own area, or that is at least of an interest to them. They will be able to develop many possible critical thinking questions from the options presented to them, such as, why are tornadoes more likely to occur here than on the coast? With the many options for students to consider, the project will be given more depth, making it more intriguing to the students. This project is designed with student engagement at the core. There are 3 elements that will kick off this project. The content provided will lead students to develop takeaways and eventually develop a big question on which they are to focus. The students are initially in charge of creating the problem that they want to solve. Once students have developed their focusing question, they will be allowed to use various strategies to research and collect data. Some may choose to conduct experiments, while others may utilize the internet to find answers. Students will use the class webpage to post updates on their findings in the form of notes, blogs, or journals. As students work through the project, the facilitator will plan for interruptions that will help in guiding the process. These could include hands-on experiments as well, or nonfiction reads and videos. The finished project will answer the group's big question and therefore show how much the group learned on the topic and their overall understanding of air masses and their effects on weather. In order for this design to be implemented properly, a certain classroom climate will need to be created. Students will need to feel comfortable taking risks in front of their peers. They will need to know how to effectively collaborate with each other. This practice must start on day 1 in the classroom. The teacher will need to make sure all resources have been gathered ahead of time. The project includes the use of a classroom website. I personally use Google Docs and Google Classroom so that all students can see each other's work as it is posted, and multiple students can work on the same document. Since this project will last for several days, it would be best for the teacher to also identify supporting resources that students may need as they progress through their work. Allowing time for students to explore and inquire is vital to the engagement piece of this project. However, this also requires that the teacher must be fully prepared to give continual quality feedback as necessary. Last, but still very important, students must be given time daily to reflect on their progress. This reflection is the key piece in this inquiry process.